New Mexico ranks 45th out of 50 in serving homeless. Families with young children account for 1/3 of all homeless persons and are the fastest growing population among the homeless. Last year in New Mexico, at least 15,000 children were homeless. Based on those numbers, more than 10,000 children were homeless in Albuquerque. 3,500 to 4,000 are 6 years old or younger. Where are they? Most invisible of homeless people are the families.
The mission of Cuidando los Niños, now known as CLNkids, is to provide high-quality early childhood education to preschool-age children of homeless families, and also to provide the support services for the families to become self-sustaining and stabilized in housing. And thirdly, we have a mission to advocate for ending family homelessness in our state and in our city. Our most important goals are to support the children and help them develop resilience and ensure that they are healthy and feel safe and feel trust here in our program, and also that we do significant trauma release work for them, ensuring that the families are going to be safely housed and, as I said, stabilized. The parents are able to enter education programs, find jobs, be safely housed, and take care of their families.
We slept maybe twice over at a homeless shelter south of here. And then we also stayed at my mom's for about a couple of weeks. And then we finally moved into Family Promise. I expected that my kids be able to be safe and be able to learn a lot. And be able to correlate with other children and adults that are there.
Me and my family slept in shelters. When we were homeless, we went from shelter to shelter. Some of the struggles that I faced was being tired and just trying to keep my kids safe, because there was nowhere to go for me to rest during the day, because we had to be out all day and come back at a certain time and finding a place to eat. I thought that it was going to be like temporary, you know, just like a little bit of time, okay, till, I don't know, like until I find another place to go or something, like maybe. But they have helped me more than what I expected. They've come and pick up my kids instead of me riding the bus to drop them off and pick them up. They picked them up and dropped them off from wherever I was at. Another thing they helped me with was other resources that they thought was helpful for me, especially being new here in Albuquerque. Yes, it was less stress on me knowing that I knew where they're at in a safe place.
It's really important to invest in these kids and invest in the parents. We have young single parents who still have full lives ahead of them once we help them break the cycle that they're in and become more empowered and more fully functioning in their own ways. The layers of vulnerability of the families mean increased complexity about how we address the issues, whether it's through domestic violence, through poverty, through housing. If we don't address those early on, we pay later.
Children experiencing homelessness are 4 times more likely to have health problems. Homeless children are 2 times more likely to go hungry. At least 75% of CLNkids have witnessed or experienced family violence at entry to our program. 1 in 3 homeless kids have a major mental disorder by age 8. Distrust, trauma, possible fetal alcohol and/or substance abuse of parent.
Well, the best way for me to talk about what issues homeless children have is to compare it to what children most need, and that is to have predictable, patterned, safe, and attuned environments. And that's what homeless children most often don't have. They need security, they need safety, they need predictability, and they don't get that. And when they don't get that, it really affects brain development, it affects health issues, and it certainly has an impact on later mental health issues.
With early and consistent intervention, these children can overcome many of these statistics.
The difference that early intervention for homelessness in children makes all the difference. It will help children, like what happens at CLN, is going to help kids get what they need so that they will be able to catch up with other children their same age, and there won't be the disparity in their emotional and cognitive and social skills once they're older. The experience that kids get at CLN makes all the difference, and what they get out of it is they get, every day that they come to CLN, they get predictable experiences, they get nurturing, they get safety, they learn new skills that helps them catch up, helps them compensate for what they're missing in their lives. But not only that, their parents get the same thing. Their parents get skills, their parents get assistance that helps them be less stressed so they can be better attuned to their kids and their children's needs.
During the day, these homeless children find their safe place at CLN's Early Child Development Center. CLNkids serves families who are experiencing homelessness and have children 6 weeks to 5 years of age. CLNkids offers early childhood development program, family support services, and advocates for homeless families. CLNkids is nationally accredited and holds a 5-star licensing rating in New Mexico. CLNkids is able to provide these comprehensive services to a minimum of 100 to 120 children and their families per year. Children in the program receive a trauma-informed structured education program, transportation to and from the center, breakfast, lunch, and 2 snacks per day, and a Friday food backpack, play therapy with on-site licensed therapist.
The Cuidando parents and children that come here, what makes them special is that they have decided that they want to do better for themselves. And as soon as we are able to empower them, to show them that they can do better for themselves, then they begin to do better. So it's the desire to be successful. It's the desire for a parent to have a place for their child to sleep. It's a desire that a parent has to be able to feed their child.
Cuidando program has actually helped my family a lot to achieve some of our goals, which is to find a home, which I have, and they give me resources to look for a job and resources to where I can find food and the clothing, and it really has helped a lot.
Because of Cuidando, I have succeeded in getting my apartment, and I'm on my 2nd semester in school, and I'm also continuing to do job searching.
Parents develop action plans with closely monitored goals, parent education classes, work with a therapist, on-site family health clinic, developmental screenings for hearing, speech, vision, physical and socio-emotional health, in collaboration with a network of community agencies. 75% of CLN families who complete the program are in permanent or transitional housing. With your help, CLNkids will continue to give these children opportunities to play, learn, become resilient, and thrive.
You know, when I come through the doors here at Cuidando, just seeing the smiles on the kids' faces, seeing them running around with such youthful exuberance, no matter what their circumstances are outside of this place, they come here and they get to be kids, and they're full of joy, just like any kid you'd see on any playground throughout town. And I think that's really special, giving them a place to come and just enjoy the simple pleasure of being a child, the things that I see my son do. That's really important and really fulfilling for me.
There are many ways to reach out to help these children in your community through CLNkids.
Donor support can be financial, of course, to help us pay for just the whole operation here. Also, donors have been very generous in contributing supplies for the classrooms, funding for field trips, and access to other activities that the children and the families might not otherwise be able to enjoy. Food donations for our weekend backpack program that helps to support the families over weekends, especially since the food stamp program has been decreased in amount that the families are receiving. So there are a lot of ways that donors can participate in our program, and they can also volunteer in many ways too.
Since I've got help from CLN, I have stabilized my family and gone to school, and also have a roof over my head for me and my 3 children. and things are going really good right now. And we are all happy.
CLNkids believes there's no place like home.